probably wondering why I'm starting this on a Saturday, because I don't normally do that. But today we are off on a shopping trip that I'm very excited for. We are heading to Portsmouth to explore the shopping centre there. I'm going to tell you all about it in a bit, because Gunwharf Quays are very kindly sponsoring today's video. But yeah, we are basically heading now to do some shopping, and there's a few things on my list that I want to be looking for. We'll take you with us, we'll see how we get on. Jack's got a few things he wants to buy as well. What are you looking out for in the shops today?
Running shoes.
Yep.
Adidas Adios Pro 3s ideally. Discounted. The Pro 4s come out soon, so surely, because it's an outlet, it's an Adidas outlet, isn't it?
They might be in, it's outlets, yeah. I am on the hunt for some new trainers because I have got one pair that come with me everywhere and I really need some new ones. Stay tuned to hear about their student night that is coming up very soon. We're gonna get coffee. Coffee first. No, coffee first, then Adidas. We're here, we've arrived.
Sick of it.
Jack's annoyed because he wants to go to Adidas, but I want coffee first. Okay, should we go here? This looks nice.
The grey hair.
It appeared when you walked through the door. Jack's happy because he's got a chocky twist and a cup of tea. We felt like we needed to refuel after getting here and before we do our shopping. I've got a flat white and a pastry, but I've already eaten it, sorry about that. I did get a pistachio croissant though, which was very nice. Now I think we're gonna stroll around the shops, see what they've got on offer here. I've lost Jack, I don't know where he's gone. Oh, there he is, I found him. You like that? One thing about me, guys, is I have really big feet. I'm 5'2". My feet are size 6.5. Anyway, I really like these trainers and I am in need of a new pair. I actually couldn't believe how many brands they've got now at Gunwharf Quays with like amazing deals. Plenty of outlet prices, and a lot of places also do student discount on top of their outlet prices. There's also loads of restaurants to choose from, and a lot of them are on the quay side, which is really nice. After a long morning of retail therapy, we ended up at Firth for some much needed late lunch, and we sat on the quay side watching the boats go by through Portsmouth Harbour, which was lovely. Gunwharf Quays have asked me to tell you about their very exciting student night that they are hosting on Thursday the 10th of October. It's running from 5 to 9 p.m, so you can head there after lectures. There's going to be loads going on just for students, so there'll be extra discounts, giveaways, freebies and activities going on. There's also plenty of restaurants taking part, including pho, which by the way was so delicious. I would definitely recommend. If you're a student along the south coast or even further afield, then make sure you register for the student night using the link in the description of this video so you don't miss out and can access all the discounts that they've got on offer. I'm really excited to come back for the student night. There's a few things I'm eyeing up that are on my wish list. We finished our day out with a walk around the quayside, which was absolutely lovely, and you could see the Spinnaker Tower in all its glory. But yeah, we had a really nice day out at Gunwharf and we will definitely be back. I thought I would show you what I bought. It looks like a lot, but actually I just bought a few things. There were a few things I actually really needed, and there were some very good deals in some of the shops. In Nike, I ended up buying a running top and some running shorts because I literally will run in whatever t-shirt I can find, and I know that's fine, but I feel like I'm using t-shirts that I actually like to wear day to day to exercise in, and I should probably have some kind of dedicated running t-shirt or exercise t-shirt. So I just got this white running top in Nike. It was £22, but it had 30% off. So I got this for around £16, which I think is a really good deal. And I also picked up these running shorts because I only have one pair and I've owned them for about 5 years. So I thought I would treat myself to a new pair of running shorts. And these ones with a student discount of 15% were £20.69. Running gear and exercise wear is very expensive, so I think I've got a good deal there. Then I went in Adidas and I picked up some new trainers because I have one pair of New Balance that I have worn every single day on placement and I wear every day at work. So they are really, you know, well loved. So I thought I would get myself a pair of trainers and I picked up these ones. They are the Forum Bold stripes, whatever that means. I got them in a size 6.5 because, as I said earlier, I am very big footed. I don't really get it. I've just always had big feet. You'd think that would give me a good base, but I'm very clumsy and I fall over a lot. And I also got student discount on those. So for these trainers I paid £52. £52 for a pair of Adidas. Can't go wrong, right? The thing that I was loving the most was that it was outlet prices and most things had student discount. So it was just great because it was just like, here's a discount, here's another discount. Then lastly, I went to M&S, to the M&S outlet, and this caught my eye. It is a leather jacket, a brown leather jacket. It looks kind of black on camera, but it is like a dark brown, like a chocolate brown. Guys, this jacket was reduced from £69.50 to £34. Like, you can't really go wrong with a half price leather jacket. It is faux leather, by the way, don't worry, it's faux. Everything I bought there is stuff I needed and everything was heavily discounted, so I'm really happy with my haul. As I mentioned, the student night is coming up. Again, I will leave all the details in the description for you to go and have a look at and sign up ready for the night. I think it's going to be a really fun evening. Make sure you sign up if you are local to Portsmouth. Thank you so much to Gulmwolf Keys for sponsoring this video. It's been great to work with them and I've just had the best time today. I think some retail therapy has been needed just in time for my new placement starting. Today is my first proper morning of surgery placement. I have to meet the consultant who is supervising us at 8:30 on the SAU, which is a surgical assessment unit. It's 10 to 8 now, so I've got to leave in a minute because I'm going to walk. It's a really nice day. There's 4 of us doing surgery at the same time. It's me, Sophie, Fred and Emerald. We're all on surgery for 7 weeks together. We're all part of different surgical teams. So I start on colorectal. Some of you probably maybe will remember that in 3rd year for my surgery placement then, I did 8 weeks of colorectal. I wasn't disappointed to be starting on colorectal again. It's just I've already done it, so it would have been nice to start on something different. But I'm doing 2 weeks of colorectal surgery first, including this week. Then I'm doing 2 weeks of elective surgery, 2 weeks of emergency, and my final week will be in breast. It's a mixed bag, and it's not the end of the world that I'm starting on colorectal because it's just 2 weeks, and it's obviously very good stuff to know for exams. It's going to be a good first day. You may recognise that I am in my accommodation that has been slightly neglected, but is still a wonderful space for me to come when I'm on placement and I have some spare time. I have finished for the morning. We met the consultant. He was very nice actually, very laid back, and he talked us through the placement and what's expected of us and things like that. But ultimately he said we're adults and we can decide how we want to progress on this placement. Went over to theatres just to get like my bearings, figured out where the changing rooms are, got the theatre list for tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to go to theatre. Then went to the ward and they were kind of like coming to the end of a ward round and I didn't want to like get involved in that. So we just clerked a few patients. After lunch we have teaching with the CTFs, so I'm going to do some revision now, I think, just in the middle of the day to break it up a bit. Also got a very cheap breakfast, which is good. I'm quite excited to go to theatre. It's been a long time since I've been in theatre. I don't think I've been in theatre since I was on Obs and Gynae, so it's been a little while. Before our afternoon teaching, we managed to get some revision done in one of our favourite spots. We do have like 3 or 4 cafes that we kind of rotate around. There is a library at the hospital, but it's very small and it is nothing like a university library. So I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to do the bulk of my exam revision. I may look into some of the local libraries in Poole because I just like the atmosphere in a library to revise for exams. After a bit of revision, we went to our OSCE practice session and we were doing lower limb practice today. We were in groups of 3, so we would switch around who was actually doing the examination and who was pretending to be the patient, and then one person would watch and give feedback. We did hip, knee and ankle exams back to back, so we got lots of good revision in. As soon as the session was over, I had to dash to work, where Ruben was very curious about my camera.
What is this camera?
My camera.
You're joking. What are you doing?
My YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. Cool stuff.
I'm working about 18 hours a week at the moment in a little family-run restaurant, and I've known the owners since I was about 16, as well as most of the staff, because we all used to work together at a seafood restaurant called Loch Fyne. There actually used to be about 40 restaurants across the country, but they have sadly all since shut down. Anyway, I did work there from starting my A-levels at 16 until finishing uni at 21, and then even a little bit after, and the staff never changed. So it was so nice to work with familiar faces who I've known for years, and it means starting at this place didn't feel like starting a new job at all. Good morning, it is day 2 of surgery and it is 7:30. I am just about to leave to go to the hospital. The plan this morning is to go to theatre and join the list and, I don't know, scrub in maybe. The earlier you get there, the more likely you are going to be welcomed with open arms into surgery. After an early morning walk to placement featuring some friendly local geese, I got changed into surgical scrubs. Soph was going off to breast theatre and I was going to colorectal theatre.
Hey.
Hey.
We're just enjoying our baby bells.
Soph and Fred are feeding me. Where's Fred?
Fred, poke your head through. What have you done this morning? We've done a whole theatre list.
So I've just finished lunch and now we are heading to teaching at a local hospice. I'm feeling a little bit apprehensive about it, I can't lie. Palliative care and end-of-life care is slightly close to home after last year. I think it's just teaching. I think it will just be stuff we need to know for exams, so I'm just going to try and compartmentalise my own personal experiences of palliative care and try to just learn the important stuff I need to know for the exam. That's the plan, and then after that session we have some OSCE practice sessions as well, so we've got a busy afternoon. It's a busy day actually. Today's post-placement snack is couscous and cheese crackers. Today was one of those really good days on placement where you don't get ignored, people are enthusiastic about you being there. It just really makes it all feel worth the effort. I went to theatre with Soph. Soph went off to breast surgery because that's what she's on. When I went in, the only information I had was the surgeon's list for the day. I knew he had 2 cases, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And because I had teaching for the afternoon, I knew I'd probably only be able to stay for the first case. I got in and I knocked on the door and there were 2 anaesthetists in there and they were so welcoming. They were really excited that I was there. They took me through everything step by step from before the patient was there to when the patient arrived, and I saw a spinal and then I saw them put the patient to sleep and they talked me through it all. The surgeon was less chatty with me, but he had 2 trainees with him, so I think he had his hands full with the trainees, surgical trainees that is. Anyway, so I stayed for that first case. I didn't scrub in. The procedure was laparoscopic, so you have one person holding the camera, one person actually, like the surgeon, actually doing the procedure, and then you had someone between the legs doing another part, so it was already very crowded, so I didn't scrub in. I watched that first case and then I caught up with you at lunchtime before I went to my afternoon teaching. So we did 2 hours at the local hospice and a lot of it was on like prescribing and palliative care. According to the doctor who we saw today, final year students tend to be really bad at answering the palliative care medication questions. I did mention briefly, like, I thought it might be triggering being in the hospice. I don't mind talking about the drugs and some of the things that are put in place when a patient is end of life, but the things that I find triggering is when discussions of symptoms of an end of life patient come up, because I just link it at the moment in my head to Dad, and I do think back to when he was end of life, and like it just takes me back to that space, and I'm just hoping that over time that will become less so, because obviously if I'm going to be working as a doctor, I am going to see patients dying and be with them when they're dying, so I can't forever hide away from patients dying. I didn't bring it up or anything, it was all very much internal, but just certain phrases or discussions of symptoms would make me feel a bit like on edge, maybe, I don't know. And I did get teary-eyed at one point, but I reined it in. I'm quite good at that these days. I don't cry in public as much as I used to. Anyway, did that session at the hospice, and then we went back over to the hospital and we had 2 hours of communication teaching with the CTFs. Quite a long day in the end, but I definitely feel like everything we did today was worthwhile to my learning, so that's good. Now I'm gonna have my little snack My cup of tea. You alright, mate? Look, he's been shy now. Before dinner, Jack and I decided we needed a sunset walk and a debrief on our days to work up an appetite before making my favourite dinner, I think, at the moment to make, which is fake Nando's. We have fake Nando's peri peri nays from Aldi. Halloumi. Peri salt. And this is my homemade Nando's wrap with peri salted chips and corn on the cob. Ta-da! This morning I am hoping to join my consultant who's going to sign me off in his clinic. He's a colorectal surgeon, so it makes sense for me to go to his clinic while I'm on colorectal surgery. So that's the plan. His clinic doesn't start till 10. So I've had a little bit of a lie-in this morning, which was nice. I don't actually know where the clinic is, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to find it. I have left a little bit earlier to leave time to get lost, because I'm quite good at doing that. It's a bit better, isn't it? Sorry about the mess in here, guys. I have just finished the clinic with my consultant. It was the fastest paced clinic I have ever been in. Coming from community child health, where appointments were over an hour sometimes, these appointments were rapid. I'm talking some of them less than 5 minutes, mostly because it was follow-ups from scans, colonoscopies and things like that. So a lot of it was just telling people results or telling people they were okay, organising follow-ups. So that was good, and I actually learned quite a lot this morning, and I got to examine a few of the patients as well. So it was a good morning for learning. Now we have a teaching session, and then after that I'm actually going to Southampton because I haven't been there this academic year. Sophie and I are going to go up together and meet up with Marriage and Jit and just have a little reunion. We haven't been up there yet, and we're now, what, 8 weeks into first year, so it will be nice to catch up with them and see how their placements are going. So yeah, that is the plan, and the sun is shining. Soph and I hopped on the train to Southampton. Takes about 45 to 55 minutes from Poole, so it's not really that far at all. We picked up Marriage in the old town and went to try out this new bubble tea place that had kindly invited me to try a few of their drinks. As you can imagine, final year is so busy, so we had plenty of catching up to do, as well as a mini photo shoot of our incredibly photogenic drinks. It was really nice to get a change of scene and just sort of be back in Southampton as well and see how things are looking and if anything's changed. Not much has changed, to be honest. It's only been a few months since I've been gone. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Final Year Diaries, and I will see you very soon for more vlogs.